Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about capacity of parties to contract. What do you mean by capacity to contract? A capacity to contract is every person is not competent to enter into a contract. So capacity of person to contract is very essential to form a contract. According to Section 10 of the Indian Contract Act 1872, all agreements are contracts if they are made by the pre-consent of parties competent to contract for a lawful consideration and with a lawful object and are not hereby expressly declared to be void is called as capacity to contract. In this definition, we have seen about the various terms, that is competent to contract. Section 11 of the Indian Contract Act 1872 says that every person is competent to contract who is of the age of majority according to the law to which he is subject and who is of sound mind and is not disqualified from contracting by any law to which he is subject. So, students, in this definition, there are some negative terms. The first one is a person who has not attained the age of majority, that is, a person who is a minor one. The second point is given in this definition, that is, a person who is not of sound mind, and third point given in this definition, that is, a person who is disqualified by any other law to which he is subject, that is disqualification in this contract. We are going to discuss about the capacities of parties under this definition, that is, first one is minor. Minor is a person who has not completed 18 years of age, but where a guardian has been appointed to a minor under the Guardians and Wards Act, or where a minor is under the guardianship of the Court of Wards, he attains majority at the age of 21. According to the Indian Minority Act 1975, a minor is a person who has not completed 18 years of age on the date of the contract, but in some cases the minority would continue up to the completion of 21 years of age. That is, the first one is where a guardian to the person or property of minor is appointed by the court of law, and when a minor is under the guardianship of the courts of wards, that is, minor's property is looked after by the court of wards. Students, we are going to discuss about the persons of unsound mind. What is the definition of sound mind under the Contract Act 1872? Forming a valid contract, each party should have a sound mind. According to Section 12 of the Indian Contract Act 1872, a person who is said to be of sound mind for the purpose of making a contract if at the time when he makes it he is capable of understanding it and of forming a rational judgment as to its effect upon his interests. A person who is usually of unsound mind but occasionally of sound mind may make a contract when he is of sound mind. A person who is usually of sound mind but occasionally of unsound mind may not make a contract when he is of unsound mind. Thus, two essential elements of sound mind are capacity to understand and capacity to make rational judgment. In the persons of unsound mind, there are 3 points, that is, lunatics. A lunatic can enter into a contract when he is of sound mind. Second one is idiots. An agreement of an idiot like that of a minor is altogether void. The last one is a drunken or intoxicated person. Their position is similar to that of lunatics if he can enter into contract when he is of sound mind. These persons, like minor, are liable for necessities supplied to them or other minor dependents. So students, we are going to discuss about third point, that is other persons. In other persons or other disqualifications, we have 5 points. First one is alien enemies. What is alien? Alien is a person who resides in a foreign country. He would become an alien in enemy if the Union of India is at war with his country. A person residing in India or residing in any other country voluntarily living or carrying on business in the country with which the Union of India is at war would also be deemed to be an alien enemy. Contracts with alien enemies are void, but if an alien enemy is allowed to stay in India, the central government may grant him permission to contract as well as to sue in a Indian court. The second point is foreign sovereigns and accredited representatives of foreign state. They can enter into contracts but cannot be sued in our law courts without obtaining permission from the central government. The third point is corporations. A corporation is an artificial person recognized by the law. Being a legal person only, it cannot act by itself. It has to act through an agent. The fourth point is insolvents. If at any time a person's debts exceeds his assets, he is adjudged insolvent and his property stands vested in the official assignee appointed by the court. An insolvent cannot enter into a contract as his property vested in the official assignee. When the insolvent is discharged, the aforesaid disqualification is removed. The last point is convicts. A convicts, while undergoing imprisonment, is incapable of entering into a contract, but he can enter into a contract while on parole and after the expiry of the sentence. Thank you so much.